Speeding and usually rolling. So that's the first thing we can talk about. Nate was a part of a short film for me, and he got his butt kicked, and it was hilarious. Yeah, why not?
Hold on.
Am I getting ahead of myself? I'm just so excited. We haven't done this in a long time.
We're back. This is a leading thing that we get to do.
I know. This is like the fun thing that we haven't had like the time or just the ability to do in like a hot second.
Yeah.
Because like we've been holidaying it up, and also the Mr. Berg and yep, been eating and stuffing my face full of stuffing.
Just kidding.
Oh no! See, that's how out of practice I am. That's how long I've not been doing
things. 45s by Santa Mana.
Those look real nice.
I love them.
I was real jealous when Nate got that in his 6-pack at.
You got chocolate fontaines.
I did get chocolate fontaines. And you're right. And I was gonna say that, and then I realized, oh, it's fine. I got chocolate fontaines.
Oh well, I'm so sorry to be ahead of you.
But I do like how those look. That's a very you deck.
It is.
And I don't think that
Guys.
I would like it as much as you would.
Do you guys want a secret? Here's a secret for the podcast. Excuse me, that's not the secret. Vertical lines on decks will always make flourishes look better. All this way moving.
Hey, can you talk into your mic, sir?
I'm talking into my mic.
Now you are.
Did something happen?
No, you just weren't talking into your mic.
Yes, I was.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Oh no.
What?
That's fine.
Something?
I didn't break anything. I just said,
Do I
oh
have to check
no.
with the earphones now?
No, you don't. I fixed it.
Sure?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you?
I'm looking at it. Anyways, so
Are you
vertical
sure?
lines. Yes, vertical lines, honey.
Vertical lines on
What
deck-
about vertical lines?
Vertical lines on a deck of playing cards will always make flourishes look better. Especially sideways. Oh, my cup is in front. Sideways movie ones like this. Stuff that moves with like card sliding and like packet changing or whatever will always look better with, I think, vertical lines. Just it adds to the thing. And then if you're doing like twirl moves and whatever, circles will always look really good.
Right.
Right. You're like zoning.
I'm trying to imagine it in my mind.
Imagine all the people.
Oh, that's why I think like classic decks look really good too. Is that like, I mean, like Fontaine's, I think they have that vertical F that just looks really nice.
For what I just talked about.
Yes, and then I even think like wins, and like our cards, they still kind of create that like vertical, but they like, you know what I mean. It's not in the design. It just in your mind kind of creates that verticalness.
Part of the thing that helps with those or any vertical line deck like forward is it makes the packet look kind of like, it's one of those like optical illusions where it makes it look longer than it is because all the lines are going that way.
Right.
So, and it makes the flourishes more elegant when all the lines are really thin.
Mm-hmm.
So like when all the thin lines are going a specific way instead of sideways, like it makes the deck look longer a little bit, like in an optical illusion type way, and it looks really good. Also, I feel like this specific deck has a lot of cool ideas with like more intentionality of like, you have to get kind of cards in the right place, but like I was messing around with are there only like however many other corners there are? I'm talking about these. What are you doing?
I'm playing with our toys.
You're fired.
Okay, so when you're looking at the camera, you're talking like this, and it's like not picking you up. So you need to be
At all?
like it is barely.
Okay, look. Do you see this? See this?
Yes, I see
You
the
guys
little
see
U.
this?
The little U.
I thought it was cool. If like this is these would be really cool for ISOs. Like to come here and then to go here. Or, I'm sorry. Oops. Like frick. You'd have to have different ones, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can go here, and then you can go here, and then you can go here, and then you can go here. Like that. Free ISO for anybody who just
Oh,
excuse me, that one was on purpose.
that's gonna seem disgusting. Speaking of that, so
I'm gonna take this quiz now, guys. I'm gonna.
Well, fine, and I'll tell the people how I've been.
You tell them, and I'm gonna walk through this quiz.
We're so studious.
I have been more studious lately. Can I be proud of myself?
Yes. You're allowed to be proud of yourself.
For the amount of growth you've done in me for actually being more disciplined in my studies as of late. Oh, I'm gonna try something really quick.
What? What are you? And then
sit on this.
Oh no, because these aren't padded, and I want padding on my seat.
On your tuchus.
On my tuchus. Oh, Nate, this is gonna be real nice. If I don't.
It might change the height a little bit.
Oh yeah, but
it doesn't get us out of frame.
Oh, I like this.
My butt bone was hurting a little bit.
Mine was too.
I saw the pillows.
This should happen every time.
Well.
Stop. No.
If you guys can hear, I hope they can hear the wiggling if they're not watching it. You drinking water?
I am drinking water. It's not vodka. It's water. All right. No.
Pop filter here.
I know.
Or they would hear all of those gulping sounds.
Yes.
Oh wait.
Wait.
Prevent those. What are you gonna tell them about?
Well, you're gonna take this quiz.
Okay, guys. So let me tell you this. I took sign language this semester. Thought it would be cool because it would go along with cardistry. Because maybe some of the motions of the sign language would like inspire me to do different moves or whatever. It didn't. Just letting you know. It didn't.
And that's a negative.
That's a negative Ghost Rider. Even though
Nope.
I've never seen whatever that movie
Negative.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I did not take this class that seriously, which I should have. Excuse me. Because sign language is actually a cool thing, and I should have taken this more seriously, so that's on me. But I also didn't watch this movie that I was supposed to watch at the very end, and they even made it real easy for us instead of us having a final.
Oh, that's your final?
Is
watching this movie?
It's not that many points. No, and taking this thing over, but it's not that many points.
Oh.
You will be doing the comprehensive portion assignment quiz format on the Legend of the Mountain Man and provide answers based on the Legend of the Mountain Man video that is in the module. It's open to you for 30 minutes. The quiz, I'm guessing. The movie, on the other hand, Legend of the Mountain Man.
How long is it?
I think it's an hour. It's an hour 42, and I'm not down to watch it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot.
Had I been more involved with the class, I would probably have some desire to watch it, but I made the mistake of not, so I now no longer have the desire to do that. And instead, I thought it'd be really funny. I just opened it. This quiz will be submitted in 30 minutes. And I'm going to
do it on the podcast.
We're going to do it on the podcast. We're going to read it together. The opening line by one of the characters was first spoken in ASL.
Is that true or false?
True or false?
Well, I'm going to guess yes because that's an ASL class, maybe.
Is this illegal?
Oh, maybe.
You know what I'm going to not do?
This. You shouldn't do this.
Say my answers. Or even... I might have to cut this out of the podcast.
No, just don't. It's fine. Just actually don't take it on here. Because, that is...
I can't close out of it, though.
Well, then you should just take it, but don't say it. Don't tell.
I think I'm gonna have to take this part out of the podcast.
Just don't read any of it.
That was gonna be the funny part. Dang it!
I know. Just take it.
Oh wait, it's not like a. This isn't a final. I'm sorry. I can take this quiz with somebody in the same room, probably. I don't think this is like a quiz. That's like because it's not in the testing lab.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm also not getting any answers from anybody, so I'm not cheating.
Yeah.
So this is actually just a homework assignment that I'm doing with you guys.
Okay.
It's in quiz format, though. Wow, that was scary for a second. I'm like,
I was like, your whole academic career is over. You're actually not a music major anymore. You're dropped out.
I have to quit college. The opening line by one of the characters was first spoken in ASL. False, since you don't speak ASL. Because I would use words, and this is a signing. Deaf people in real life always make eye contact when communicating. True. Deaf people in real life tend to have angry and silent expressions on their faces most of the time. False. You could. So actually, I can teach a little bit about sign language on the podcast. This is actually a benefit. You actually use a lot of your face in signing when you communicate grammar. So if I was asking a question or doing something else, my face is going to dictate whether that's a question, an exclamation, or a bunch of other things in terms of like tenses and whatnot. Or maybe not tenses, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, because you can't. Your face is your tone.
Correct.
Right? It's the equivalent of your tone.
Throwing water on deaf kids while they're sleeping to wake them up is a time-honored tradition of deaf culture.
What class is this?
These are true or false questions. I'm going to guess that's false. You know what? Actually, I did hear...
Oh, because this is in the movie. I thought this is what your class was teaching you. I'm like, is this just like, don't hate deaf people? Because that's not fun.
So here's what I've been what's been communicated to me is the deaf culture actually gets a lot of, like, poor representation, and there are a bunch of people who are mistreated, and it's kind of like a sensitive subject. Like, people just think that they're dumb because they're deaf.
Right? Yeah. Like, I know that.
Like you, but they may be way more intelligent than you. And it's basically like someone who speaks Spanish or French or another just language. They're not any dumber or smarter than you because of the language they speak. They just speak that language.
Right. No, I just thought that, like, I just in my head for some reason thought that this was like just a test you're a homework assignment you're doing. And you, like, that was the question just that you learned in class. And I was like, that's what you learned, like, your final part of...
Throughout the movie, not one of the characters mouthed anything they were saying. Typically, you don't. I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know. But I'm going to guess, take an educated guess, because it's known that people don't mouth things in ASL, that it's false. ASL was not the only way the characters communicated with one another. I'm going to say that's probably true, because humans do that. Which statement best fits deaf people or deaf culture in real life? Deaf people do not hit each other. Everything in the movie depicted exactly what deaf culture is all about. Deaf people are usually as secretive and angry in real life as they were in the movie. Deaf people clearly communicate and always make eye contact with one another. And then one of them was none of the above. I'm going to say none of the above. Also, they do get kind of a... One thing that my friend Lydia said was that, like, some of them... some people are a bit, like, oversensitive about the deaf culture, meaning like some, not all, like, play victim. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Meaning, like, they're just sometimes, I don't know the people, so some people could just be really hurt by some of this, but, like, I don't. my perception before this class wasn't that, like, deaf people were dumb or hate each other or, like, stupid and just, like, I don't know, whatever. But I think that their perception of how they are viewed sometimes seems that way. Like they are lesser than, which they are not.
Right.
How did Kyle try to call his dad in the office? I don't know. Which one do you want to guess? He didn't try to call his dad. He used video relay. He didn't call, he texted, or he used FaceTime. Which one do you want to try? I'm going to say FaceTime.
Oh, really? I was going to say texted.
No, I'm going to say FaceTime. How did the boys wake up their sister in the middle of the night?
Not with water.
They poked her cheek, they took her blanket off, they shined a light in her face, they nudged her. I hope they nudged her. I'm gonna I don't. Where did Grandma go to use the video phone?
Where did Grandma go?
The hospital, the public library, none of the above, the fire station. I kind of just want to pick the fire station to say it's the fire station.
Where did Grandma go?
Probably the public library. What are your thoughts about this movie? List 2 or more thoughts. I didn't watch
it. I want you to put that so bad,
no,
but you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because that's...
But I didn't.
Because that's awesome.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
But I didn't.
So what are 2 or more thoughts that I can have without watching the movie?
That this movie probably...
Oh, you know what I did say? That's it. This movie was long.
You know that for a fact it's an hour and 42.
I know.
Which, for, like, us and the You Used to Be TCOM world is probably, like, 20 minutes too long.
Wait. What are your thoughts about this movie? I had no desire to watch this movie. And I didn't.
Those are 2 thoughts. That's so funny.
I want to be clear to everyone here that I should have watched this movie.
Right.
I want to make sure everyone knows that I am wrong. I should have watched this movie, and now I'm doing my best to try to... Now, you know what? I'm going to just put... If I get the... I didn't watch it. I'm just putting I didn't watch it.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, because then she might just, like...
That's okay. That's wrong. Okay. It's 12 points. Oh. I'm going to tell the truth, though. Look at this. See right here? I'm telling the truth.
The twoof.
But here's the thing. Because here's the thing. Even if you said you didn't study for a test, you're still allowed to guess.
Right.
So I'm still allowed to guess these answers.
Correct.
Even if I didn't watch it.
Right.
Submit quiz.
How
many do you think I got right?
Oh, it's going to tell you?
7 out of 12, besides the last one.
And you didn't watch it. So boys and girls, what did you learn today?
What are your thoughts?
You learned that you cannot watch a movie and get 7 out of, what was it, 10 because of the 12? Well,
points weighted.
Well, but isn't the points at the end, isn't, like, how much was the last question?
2 points.
Okay, so then it's out of 10 points because, like, the last 2 have to be graded by her.
So I might...
You got
There's
7...
no way I get points back for that one.
No, probably not. I mean, maybe.
Wait, how is it out of 12 points?
Probably because there's 10 questions, and then there was...
No. Well, there's 11 questions. The last one's 2. That makes sense. So
you got...
7 out of the 10.
7 out of the 10, and you didn't watch it.
1, 2, 3,
so, boys and girls,
5,
what you learned today...
The first 7, too.
Was
it was only 8, 9, and 10. So
that if you don't watch something and you know a little bit about it...
Here's an actual tip. If you didn't watch it, and you should have, still try the quiz.
Because you get 7 out of 10.
The quiz.
Right.
Because you can still get... That's actually a really good tip. Even if you know you made the mistake of not doing what you should have done, still try.
Well, yeah, because it's multiple choice. You get, like, you have a 1 out of 4 chance.
Now, was it wise of me to do that?
No.
No. I'm a human being, and I should have. Notice I'm also saying what I should have done. Should have watched it. Did I? No.
I mean, Nate, let's be real also. I'm in the same boat as you. My law class, I didn't read once. In our law class, we went through the whole book.
I want to make this very clear. We should have.
And I should have read.
Should. Are we the best example of that?
For sure not.
No. but still, like, do I honestly wish I would have tried in this class? Yes, because then I would have learned a trade and skill and a language that would have been pretty cool. Am I now missing out on that because I didn't do it? Yes.
See, I just didn't think I needed to read to learn. I learned everything
wrong.
in class, and he lectured on literally what we just read. So why am I going to read something just to be told it after?
Is there midnight breakfast tonight?
That's so random.
I know, but I got a text from Maya.
Anyways, so I hope that this whole beginning 18 minutes of the podcast shows you how excited we are to be back, because we are very excited. We have had a long 3 or 4 weeks.
Hey, all of you kids out there who are still doing school, it's still hard in college, but it's still worth it.
Right.
Every time.
Like, we've had a lot happen. We've had Thanksgiving. We had Black Friday. I, was sick for 3 days and then rose again.
Just like my dad.
And,
thank you, Dad.
Throwing it up to Jay.
Thank you, Jesus, one time.
And,
like my dad.
And, yeah, it was the
Just
worst.
Like my dad.
And then I didn't see Nate for, I feel like the longest period I haven't seen Nate since, China. And,
Did I go there?
Yeah. So, and I think it was good. I felt like I was starting to get on your nerves a little. Just a little.
When?
Just, the whole point building up to, the whole Thanksgiving break and, when we didn't see each other. I felt like you needed it a little bit.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, guys. I actually talked about this today with the other boys. That, here's the thing. Here's a good tip for everybody. Here's just some wisdom. Here's a little bit of wisdom sprinkled in, okay? If you can't get what you want all the time. Promise. That's just wisdom from everybody, okay? You can't get what you want all the time. And there are things that you have to do. But even too much of anything is bad for you. Too much of a good thing becomes bad.
Correct.
Even hanging out with your friends, even if they're your best friends. If you see them every single day and do not take breaks at all, it's not going to be good.
I agree.
But here's the thing that people, I think that this just needs to happen more often, okay? When talking about anything like that, when saying not to do something, you should always, at the end of saying what not to do, tell them what to do. So you're telling them what direction is dangerous to go in, and then communicating to them what direction is awesome to go in, and encouraging them. We've talked about this a lot. Like if you're warning somebody about something, then also to encourage them in the other direction. So going like, don't hang out with your friends all the time, because once you take a break from your friends, it will actually be more enjoyable to go back to your friends.
Right, because I feel like we for like the stretch of like, when did you get back? Like July to like now have like at least talked to each other almost every day. Mm-hmm. Like there was not a day that I don't think I had to text you about something.
And there's sometimes where I get annoyed with you.
Well, and it's the other thing too, where we do this, and we're like both in a lot of things in our personal life, like especially like with
we both have school.
We both are at the same school. Right.
I have roommates.
Right. Well, even like because I go to crew with you now, and I do Oaks on Sunday with you. I just see you in more and more places because we tend to do more and more of the same things. We already are. This is
the cards?
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to
That's
put on
our
a ring.
Oh, no, I don't have a ring for my actual girlfriend yet.
Spoiler alert.
You're gonna No, the funnest thing for me is to like, okay, this is the first time I think I've talked about it. I love to like tease her and like just say that I got it.
You shouldn't. That's so mean.
but it's in a playful way, and it's hilarious.
Does she know?
She knows I don't have it.
Does she know? Here's the thing, guys.
She does. We've talked about it.
Let me make sure
You're tracking.
I know we have younger listeners, so let me refine this for all of our younger listeners. Your girlfriend and you, that's where you're planning to move towards.
Yes.
Is purchasing a ring.
The goal in having a boyfriend or girlfriend is that you're seeing if that's the person that you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with, which is scary, but also fun.
Right, but also let me just put a lie to rest. Hopefully, most engagements aren't an actual surprise.
Oh no, I told her like the time frame of when I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be kind of a surprise, like, oh wow, you did this for me.
But the conversation is
right.
We're both planning
on doing this, right? And they're like, yeah.
Because if hopefully, gentlemen and ladies,
both
of you, if you're talking about it and it's a thing in the back of your head, guys. Girls do not want to be surprised with a life-altering decision.
Right. I don't think anyone does.
Even if
you don't.
Have been dating forever and haven't talked about it yet, and she probably in her head is like, yeah, I want to marry this guy, then let me just be clear with you. She still wants to know and be
like sort of aware.
Confirmed.
Right.
Because if you're going that way in the relationship, let me just give you a tip.
You all need to be on the same page.
This is for all gentlemen out there. If you're dating a lovely lady, she would like to be informed. And I think that it's caring of you to do that. To inform her if you're going to make a decision such as these. You don't have such as these. You don't have to tell her. Obviously, it's like kind of a fun thing, like you're going to surprise her at some point. But hopefully you had the conversation of like...
you're okay if I do this in like the next like 4 or 5 months, right?
Or just like, hey, you still want to potentially like... That would mean we're talking about getting married. That means you've probably had the conversation of you're going to get married. If you haven't had that conversation yet, guys,
have that one first.
Don't even consider buying a ring. Please don't. Please do not. For the safety of your relationship. Once you've had that conversation, go on and I hope you get married. That's great.
Oh, I'm probably not going to buy it until like a couple days before.
And that's fine. But what I'm saying is...
right, that you don't just go out and do it all willy-nilly.
Like if I had dated a girl for a week, or it doesn't even matter. If I dated her for a year, but we've never talked about marriage and all that.
And you're just like...
I just popped the question. She's going to be like, we didn't talk about this.
Right, because then it's the worst. She doesn't want to say no.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe she's considered it, and the worst case scenario is she says no. But there also are some cases where she could be like, we didn't even talk about it. Let me think about it. Like, she doesn't give you an answer right away.
Right.
That's also fine. So, how did this come up?
I don't know.
We were talking about that we spend a lot of time together.
Right, and I think that we needed the break, and I think it's very nice because I know that sometimes that I can be a little too work heavy.
And I can be a little nonchalant.
Right. So
here's what's hilarious. In this very seat, Cameron Johnson was watching a video on a guy talking about his wife and like how he keeps a healthy relationship with his wife.
I know where you're going. Just talk about it.
You do?
I think I do. Just go.
And he was like, he was telling this, he was like trying to get wisdom from this guy and talking about how every 6 weeks they seem to have this argument cycle and they fight about something. And he goes, let me tell you something. You're going to fight your whole life with one person. Do you want her to be that person? Because you can't get out of the not fighting thing. Like, there will be arguments. As long as you are friends or in a relationship with someone. As long as, if you have a good friendship with them, then there's probably going to be disputes because you're not going to agree on everything. That's fine. So he was like, do you want to fight with her the rest of your life? Like, not like continue a fight the rest of your life, but like, do you want her to be that one person that you fight with?
You pick who you're going to like fight with for the rest of your life.
Right. Like,
which is nice that you get to pick that.
Yes.
Even though McKenna like is way better at arguing than I am. She grew up in a family that knows how to argue.
Here's the thing. I also know how to argue, but I also need to know when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, here's the thing. I could be wrong, but then I could still win the argument
and
because I'm persuasive. And that's not good. Because then what has won is not true.
Is not correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear it here first, if you are wrong in an argument, just say that you are wrong. If you're fully, like, let's say I'm like
I'm fully aware that I'm in the wrong.
or here's the thing. Here's one of the best ways to win an argument is being willing to be wrong. Like in an argument or even a dispute. It doesn't necessarily have to be an argument. If I'm like, if my dad's like, Nate, did you make your bed this morning? Like when I was younger, and in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm so self-aware that I took the time out of my schedule and made a conscious effort to make my bed this morning. I'm like, Dad, this is usually my reaction. I'm almost positive I made my bed. Everything in my head says yes, and I remember doing it this morning. But am I forgetful sometimes? Yes. So to the best of my knowledge, I made my bed this morning. He goes and checks, it's made. I'm like, great. I made my bed. Sometimes I'm like, Dad, I think I made my bed this morning. And then he'll go check it, I didn't. And I'm like, I thought I did. I just want to be clear, I thought I did.
Still getting over being sick, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta have that good brand representation. Not an ad.
Is it Ricola?
It's CVS Health because your boy likes off brands.
Hey, you know what we did a little while ago?
Just totally threw the whole podcast outline down the drain. That's what we did like 20 minutes ago.
27 to be exact.
Yeah.
I
mean, not really. I mean, we've said how we've been. We've been a little stressed with school. Yeah, we have Christmas coming. I still haven't bought Nate his Christmas gift, but
I don't even know what
I'm excited for it.
Leave in the comments down below what we should get each other for Christmas.
Yeah, and I think most people are going to guess what I'm going to get you, so.
Who missed?
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll get it later.
This lady?
Yes.
What is she?
What?
She said she would.
Yeah, I just need to message her back.
Do I need to unmark this or unread this?
Sure.
It's unread.
Sure.
What about Eddie Cava?
I sent him the thing.
Did you send it?
Yes.
Both of them? He said, can you send me the .svg or .ai of the banana? I want the best quality possible.
Oh, no, I'll do that when I get home. Anyways, so.
I'll leave that as unread as well.
Sponsor break. This is where if you have a brick and mortar magic shop, if you have a deck that's going to be launching on Kickstarter, if you, just have anything that you want advertised, really, candles. If you have a product you want to send us to talk about, we would love to do that. So.
Wait, what are we doing?
This is the sponsor break. If anybody wants to sponsor the podcast,
it
doesn't. It could be.
Send us a mattress.
Anything. It could literally be anything.
Send us a mattress. Send us a mattress.
What? Do you not like the sleep you're getting on your mattress?
That sounded like the beginning of an ad. Do you not like the sleep you're getting on your mattress?
Stop.
Send us a mattress. It would be so funny if someone sent us a mattress. Someone sent us a mattress.
Oh my gosh. P.O.
840 North New York Avenue, Apartment 2, 47303.
That's not going to fit in a P.O. box.
It's the address they send it to.
Oh.
Okay?
Anyways,
P.O. box.
So, other than that, I don't have a I'm going bananas question of the day because I think we're gonna have so many other questions to answer in the Q&R that I think we're gonna skip that for today.
Q&R, so we're calling it the Q&R, huh?
Yeah, we're first. This is 20. This is episode 20.
Let me check.
This is episode 20.
Is this episode 20?
It is because
Let me check.
I saw the folder on your hard drive that says episode 19, so that we've already done 19.
Oh my gosh.
So this is episode 20.
OYG 19.
So this is OYG 20. We are in the 20s. We have we've beat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're not gonna have video for a second. That's fine.
Sorry, guys.
We're back.
We didn't go anywhere, but we're back.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a second. We're a little rusty.
I literally looked at it at 27:43 and should have just clicked it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, let's.
Guys, can I be honest? It's kind of fun to admit your mistakes.
Yeah, because you're just like
No,
well, because you let go of it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Let go.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, this has been freeing. This is a good.
This has been a freeing podcast. That's what you need to call it, the freeing podcast.
I want to break free. Just call me Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
I still need to watch Bohemian Rhapsody.
I also do.
You should make.
I watched the illustrated.
Nope.
Oh,
all right. Make it a date.
Okay.
You watched the illustrated what?
I watched the newest Grinch, and I don't like it as much as the Jim Carrey Grinch, but it's not bad.
You're a bad one, Mr.
So let's get into these questions. You look up the post, and I'll look up.
Hey guys, episode 20. If you're not watching this on YouTube, you need to, because my hat is now standing.
If you're listening on our Spotify or iTunes, we love you. Or SoundCloud. For the
SoundCloud rappers out there who are. You know what we don't do enough, Cam?
What?
Explore. We are getting too seated in our box, and we need to jump. We need to do new things. We need to go meet new people. We need to take risks, make mistakes, get messy.
Okay.
You know who said that once?
Who?
Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle.
From the Magic School.
Your Magic School bus references just are preposterous.
I can't believe I took a quiz on here.
I can't believe you.
I just opened up my laptop.
Oh no.
You know what I think? You know what I want to do? I want to try to hit 4,000 watch hours in 2020. I want that to be our goal. Because we should make that the year goal.
We should. Well, because the problem is that we are past the point of some of our biggest videos passing over a year. So
we should just 2020. We should just go for it.
Yes, I would love that.
Can we go for that, guys? We should make this. This should be the claim right here.
Let's do it.
And
4,000 watch hours, 2020.
We should reach out to people.
This is going to be better than Justin Timberlake's 2020 album.
You and I should try to get on Ellen.
I've already sent her 3 messages. I message her every 2 or 3 months.
Ellen.
I love Ellen.
Come on, honey.
If y'all can get us on Ellen, I would actually lose my mind.
Can we see how powerful this card community actually is? Can we harness the power of the card community?
Can we harness the power?
Can we harness to the card community? What am I doing again? We're
looking at questions. I'm looking at questions from the story I put up.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it.
Oh, this is a good one.
Rattle them off?
Yeah. So this is the first one. I get to say the first one because I'm already there.
No, I was saying my answer is no for whatever it is.
Oh well, it's not. That's not a right answer.
That's not true.
That's my opinion. So I'm not gonna get this username right. Isaiah Vasquez. Yes. Vasquez. Favorite deck trailer you've made? That's so hard. It has to be apples. I think apple. We drove 13 and a half hours one way to New York City and stayed with Matt Fox.
Actually.
I really like snackers though too.
Snack? Okay, then I have a top 3. Let's talk through it.
We only have 4.
Can we talk? No, we don't. We have 6 because we have 6 decks out.
We didn't do one for Peeler's V1.
Yes, we did. It's on our YouTube channel. It's not that great. But we did one.
Oh, did we do one? I don't remember doing one.
We did one. I think I paid my friend Nevin to do it. Remember?
I don't. This is something I don't remember. This is something you did on your own that I don't remember.
It's our first video on our YouTube channel. Are you serious?
Can I get an L in the chat?
Can we get an F in the chat for failure? Peelers. It's got 1,000 views.
I can't take you seriously with your hat right now.
Why?
So every time I look up, I think they're ears. Bites. Yeah.
It was posted March 7th of last year.
Wow.
It's called Peelers / trailer / cardistry. I don't own that shirt anymore. How do you not? We made this you weren't in it per se, but I was in it.
I think that for me, it's probably apples.
I would say
I love the storyline behind it. I think the one for the next deck is going to be the best one.
My second favorite one is Peelers V2.
That one was a good one. That one smacked.
Because here's the thing. We made 2 friends that day, Danny and Carly, and the colors.
The wall was real nice.
Are real nice.
Yeah.
So that's like a... Can I get a...
Ooh. Oh, and this is... Can I do another question?
No.
Please, I'm not going to remember to do it. Please. So our boy...
no, the answer's still no.
I never remember.
P. Mejia.
He asked, accepting more people for the OPC team or not for now? ? So this is something I've not told Nate about, but I reached out to...
Dang
I'm not... I'm going to start putting stuff in a box. You have to leave your own house. Can you not?
No.
Oh, you shaved. That's also a thing that happened.
Bro, I still need to shave again.
I know.
Oh, was I hairy on the last one?
You were not. You were as hairy. We've been gone for like most of the month of November.
My beard has come and gone.
Yeah. I just noticed it. I looked at your face and I was like, it doesn't...
It looks pretty scruffy.
It looks... But it's not what it was.
Oh, this was like halfway through.
Halfway through is not... I'm almost glad I didn't see you for the final end. Did you at least take a photo before you shaved? If you didn't, you're the worst.
Yeah.
I need to see that. I need to know what it looked like.
I'm probably going to have to put this in the podcast now.
I would love for you to. Just stick it like right in here somewhere.
Dang it.
I would love that for you. I do. I want to know.
Look at how I have the before and after. Look at this.
Oh, honey.
And look how clean it is after.
Oh, Nate.
It's really freaking clean. Like squeaky clean.
I don't. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
They look like somebody took like a pencil and like sketched your beard on.
What are those one things with the magnets?
Yeah. Yes. The little they like come up. It's like it looks like hair. That's what your chin looks like. Hold on. I need to know what that's called.
Facial hair toy popped up. A woolly willy is what this is called.
Yeah.
You tell me I looked like a woolly willy.
Yep.
What did you just do?
Ow! I just like rolled my elbow.
Can you fix the mic thing that you just pulled off a little bit. See how it's not all the way on the table. Just push it.
It is on the table.
See what I mean? How it's turned?
No.
Push it. It's not gripping the table full on. There you go. That's what I mean.
I'm sorry, honey.
That's alright. I just want to make sure it doesn't fall off.
Well, so P. Mejia said...
P. is mine.
Let's
get to the end.
Yes, and then Slicers is mine, but I think it's gonna be my new favorite.
Oh, you just said the name.
I did. I'm
so
sorry.
Bleep you out.
Bleep me out. Oh no, I'm the worst. I slipped up. I've been trying not to slip up for months, Nate. I don't think you understand. I've been trying not to slip up for months.
You said, guys, he said it.
And here's the thing, Nate. I always am afraid that you're going to say it, and then it was me that did it.
Wow, look at what just happened.
Do you need to take this in for a moment?
Yeah.
I want to get this question.
Yeah, but blank is gonna be the best one.
I hate myself. I hate myself
If I
so
didn't have
much
to
right
blur your
now.
mouth- Oh no.
That's easy. Just it'll
I'll
be
have to
great.
blur your mouth.
Yeah.
How do I blur your mouth? I'll put like a little American Idol. You know when they used to do that with everything?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know when people would put like their middle finger up, they'd still put like the American Idol thing over it.
Yeah,
They wouldn't
yeah.
blur it.
Yeah.
I want to put like the American I'll put, like,
Over
OPC,
my mouth.
OPC over your mouth.
Oh,
Someone gets bleeped
I'm
out.
so sorry for all of you. I'm so
Austin
angry.
Byers.
I was not done with mine.
You messed up. You lost your turn. Austin. Go ahead.
So, I have not told Nate about this yet.
What?
This is a new development.
What?
I emailed the journalism department to see if we could get
Of BSU?
of Ball State.
So BSU.
BSU.
Ball State University.
Ball State University, the Harvard of Muncie, to see if
There's no other colleges in Muncie.
I know. To see if we could potentially get an intern. A journalism intern.
Is that real?
That's real.
Why
A
would
journalism
we have an
intern to do the marketing things that we don't have time to do.
An intern?
An intern. An unpaid internship because we don't make enough money from this yet. But
To even pay ourselves.
pay ourselves.
To pay all
But
of our bills.
yeah, but an unpaid intern that gets to help us and do things for us. Like,
that's so weird.
Isn't that gonna be so
in
nice?
My head, we're not at that level.
oh, but like it could skyrocket us. We could make
isn't that
make
weird?
some progress.
We could totally have an unpaid intern.
I know.
But I don't think that we're at that level. But that's my brain.
I said in the email, I said, hello, this is Cam Toner, the co-founder of Organic Playing Cards and also a Ball State student. And I just want him to like have to read it again to be like, because I'm sure like alums in that like message and say, hey, like there's this internship for a company I started and like I'm a Ball State alum, but like
Not a current student.
not a current student. Because technically, all you have to do is provide 20 for an unpaid internship. You have to provide at least 20 hours a week of work for them to do, and it has to have educational value. I have a laundry list of things. You have no idea. This intern.
They're gonna do our laundry.
Yes. Well, no. Technically, so this is what I learned in law class. A paid internship is where you can have people go get you coffee because you're paying them. Now, people, if they have an unpaid internship and that's all they do,
want to have someone give us coffee.
I wouldn't either. Now, if it's an unpaid internship and all they have you do is like the grunt work, then you're able to go to the university and say, hey, I don't have any educational value, and they can like do something to the company that has the internship, which is crazy, but like good.
So what would the educational value be that we're providing this person?
Like real world experience of like running marketing campaigns and
I guess, yeah.
creating posts and
Yeah.
looking at hashtags and writing press releases because I want to.
Oh my gosh.
I know that's a thing that we don't know how to do is write press releases, and
Oh my gosh.
we could. I've always wanted to try to write to like news stations to like try to get like on the news, kind of like how Sean did in Portland, not just for like OPC, but like almost to further the spotlight on cardistry like itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's kind of like a bigger priority than our own brand if we like are able to make the news. So, yeah. So that's we are hopefully adding somebody to the team, and we'll have to take all new headshots, which we just did. But yeah. Anyways, your turn.
We're gonna rattle these off because a lot of these are not that long. They're not as in depth as those. I don't think.
Okay.
Have you guys thought about making trainers of your decks and selling them?
No, those look really hard. We would love to provide.
Someone making them for us is always fun, and we love those as gifts. Those have been awesome from the two people who have sent us those.
Yes, those smack.
I sometimes mess with trainers. I usually mess with cards more than trainers. And, I don't. If we were ever to make them and sell them, it would probably be a long time in the future because we're still working on getting our just regular cards out there to be sold.
Right.
When am I going to be on the podcast again from DK Magician?
When you're here.
And then when you come out here.
When you're here.
Coming out here?
I don't. We're
having
another special guest come out here to help with
for the blank deck.
for the blank deck, the blank trailer for the blank deck.
Lucas Magic, Lucas._.magic. Let's jam again, maybe for another upcoming deck. I'm so down when we figure all that out. That would be so dope.
Yes, we love road trips.
Maggie Lackner, one of our faves. Did you guys have any plans on making other types of playing cards, accessories, close-up pads, trainers, card clips? Also love you guys and your decks. Purple Heart Fire.
If there's a demand and we get bigger,
here's the thing.
eventually.
I want to expand on that question. One guy named BellarFastMagic_official just put a heart face. So thanks. It's not a question. It's not. It's not a question. For Maggie's thing, what would be your dream thing that we could do if we had the funding? I want merch. If there was a demand for it and we had the funding for it, I want merch so bad. I want colored hats with the fruit on them. I want colored sweatshirts with the fruit on them. I want merch. I want OPC logoed hats, sweatshirts. I want merch of all kinds. Like literally.
What were the other things that they said?
She said other types of playing card accessories, close-up pads, trainers, card clips. Also love you guys and your decks. I kind of want to. I want to do something sometimes with more than paper and make other just random decks because I don't think fruit is the extent of what our brains hold in terms of creativity. I think we got way more. You know what we could do for fun on the side with more than paper? This might be the first you're hearing of this ever. Just like do a kick because here's the thing, we didn't need.
You're forgetting about a huge thing that we're doing.
Can it be talked about on the podcast?
Maybe.
Can you text it to me real quick?
Yes.
I'll go over the next question later. Anyway, is there something while you're texting me that? What's the thing? What would be something that you?
I
want that we don't have. I don't think we'd ever do close-up. Close-up pads might be super dope if we can get the colors.
Yeah,
Trainers
but I just never use close-up pads.
I mean, I would if there was a place for it. Diesel Illusions, how long has Cam been obsessed with coconuts?
Forever.
N_VZT_art. How far out have you have your decks planned? Do you have a 2020 lineup figured out? We do have a 2020 lineup, and it's being adjusted currently.
Correct, and there's also some fun stuff I want to talk to Nate about after the podcast, so thank you for reminding me about that, whoever that was. Because I forgot to talk to you about it the other day.
N_VZT_art. Podge_mode. Question for the two of ye. What is your favorite... What?
The two of ye.
What is your favorite movie? Oh. Yeah. I think basically what I'm talking about is doing a Kickstarter campaign at some point for some new cards. Because those are always fun. And why not do a Kickstarter for a kind of deck?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it'd be fun.
The one that I thought of a while ago that we just need to do. Oh! I'm just going to message him right now.
Do it. We have the... Do you have WhatsApp?
No.
Then you need to. You do, because I added you on it.
I have downloaded it before.
Okay, re-download it, because I added you to it.
Why?
Because Luke said, oh, I'm the worst right now.
It doesn't really matter.
So we're potentially...
No, we don't need to go into it, but I don't think it matters if you said that.
Oh, then... You
didn't say his last name.
Right. So, he prefers to be messaged on WhatsApp.
Then, great. So, because he's international.
Yes.
I probably just gave it away, but it's fine.
Anyways, also, let me go back to our podcast outline that we've sort of been using. Other than that, big fun OPC news. I did say that the next deck, I said what it was, we bleep me out, but that is coming in January, which is very exciting. I cannot wait.
Listen to this whole thing to figure out when that is.
I think I remember.
Around when?
Yeah, I think it was around like 41 or 43.
40?
Yeah, we're at like an hour.
No, what are we at right now?
Oh, we're at 49. So it was probably at like it was like at 40. Yeah, I was at 40 or 39.
Really?
Really.
Okay, what are there are so many questions, so go ahead with what you just said.
Oh, there's still more questions?
There's a ton.
Oh, well then let's continue.
What's your favorite movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean, for sure.
Still haven't seen it.
First three. You're the worst.
No way.
What's yours?
Over the Hedge, hands down.
Okay.
What is your favorite color and animal?
Favorite color is definitely orange. And my favorite animal is probably... this is so hard.
Lately, I've liked the dark, rich green, or bright reds, or black or white, depending on what the...
I like turtles.
Favorite animal is a zebra. That's from Luke_Stevens811. I'm a pretty cool dude. Do you think you need to be passionate about your craft to make something great? Absolutely.
Yes.
Lead us through the journey with photography and give us a camera bag tour.
I
have mine right here.
I don't have everything that I own here.
Well,
you have...
I have everything.
Well, okay, so I'll do mine first because we're shooting on it.
No. Oh, you mean like not having to visually present it all?
Right.
You can't.
Yeah. No. So
real quick, I'm a pretty cool dude. I think you do need to be passionate about what your craft is to make something great. Well, actually, no, that's wrong. No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. You don't have to be passionate about it to make something great. To continually do great things, you have to be passionate about it.
Right.
Because the first try may be something great that you made, and it was just like a one-hit wonder try. Because people make things all the time that are great things, and they maybe they just tried for fun. And
right.
It was great.
But it's always so much better when you're passionate about it as well.
But you can continually do it if you're passionate about it.
Correct.
Which means you overcome the hard things, you push through things because you are passionate about it.
Agree.
Go on.
Next. Camera bag tour for me, since I can't visually show you since we're on it. Usually what I have in my camera bag is we are currently shooting on a 6D Mark II on a 16-35 2.8 L series lens, the version 3. I also shoot on what Peter McKinnon would call the magic lens, the 70-200 2.8 version 2, and L series lens. And I usually keep the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus in my bag, as well as a 50mm 1.8, and I also usually carry around a 24-70 2.8 for like weddings, and for cinematography I usually use my 35mm 1.4 Sigma, and that's really, I think, it for moi.
Got it all.
And I use a Ronin S for some of our videos, which is really, really nice. And I also own a Mavic drone.
Canon 75-300mm that's missing a lens cap. Done.
You need a new Gorilla Pod.
Joby. Was it Joby?
I think that is, yeah.
Tripod. Not a sponsor. It's honestly not that great of a product. I wouldn't buy it.
Their bigger ones are better. I have a bigger one.
Is that?
Yeah.
Don't get the small one for a DSLR.
No, do like a 3K.
If you have a point and shoot, you can use the small one. If you have a phone, you can use the small one. These would be great for those things. The DSLRs or any bigger
way too heavy. Way too heavy
for this kind of thing. So don't use these. VideoMic Pro. Haven't used this in a while.
Because we got those new nice mics.
Well, also I just haven't made like a YouTube. Oh no, I have used that. Guys, if you're watching this as well, Jason Parker is going to be putting out a video of me teaching the spring on his channel. That's another way we're kind of getting the organic name out there.
Oh, nice. That's actually like when is that going up?
He just got back from the U.S. getting all the equipment for less, and he's making a whole video on that too. So he's.
Oh wow, he's a busy boy.
A regular 18-55mm kit lens. One of my absolute favorite lenses of all time that will never get old, that is always useful, is a 50mm for portraits.
That's also the 1.8.
1.8 f-stop?
Yeah.
Oh, the kit lens is...
It's 4.5 to 5.5.
It is.
Or no, 4. It's 4 to 5.5. When you zoom in...
What are you talking about?
It's a variable. Like the lowest f-stop is like... At its widest, it's a 4, I think.
You're talking about the kit lens?
Yeah. At the widest, it's a 4, but then when you zoom in, it goes all the way up to like an f5.5 is like the lowest you can go.
On video?
No, also on photo. I know.
No, because
yes.
It's 20-something.
Hmm?
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Try it.
It goes to 22. On a photo? The f-stop?
I'm talking about, so with lenses, the lowest f-stop, like when we say that is an f1.8, that's like the lowest it can go. the lowest that can go is 4, but when you zoom in, it changes, and the lowest you can go is only 5.5.
Correct.
Yes, that's what I was telling them.
Oh, I was going to say, because
the highest it can go is 22.
Yeah,
that doesn't matter. People don't care about that.
Okay. I was like, hold on.
And then
you're saying it wrong.
I know you're excited for this new boy.
I just got my baby. I got a beautiful, recommended by Sean Olsen Olashin himself. It's like Ulashin himself. A 10 to 18 millimeter wide angle lens. Ladies and gentlemen,
wide is so good.
It's good for cardistry and performance stuff. It's not good for everything, but for cardistry and whatnot, wide angle lenses are great. I don't know if I like fisheye, like that drastic, but wide angle is great.
10 is like a fisheye. Like anything below 12 is considered a fisheye.
No. I'm talking like.
Oh, like 9?
Like, I don't know. I'm talking like it's called fisheye because it's like a circle and it's just like.
Oh.
Like it's almost like an effect. I don't even know if there are probably lenses like that, but they're like too wide.
Yeah.
It's too aggressive. Oh my goodness. There are so many questions. Hold on.
Are we not through all of them yet? Oh my gosh. Wow. People really came out for that one.
Cheat 577, CHEET 577. What's your favorite XCM move? I don't know. Worm? That's not, I don't think it's an XCM move. Spring? It's basically some of the older, like, it's extreme card manipulation. So, like, Flicker?
Is Flicker on that?
I don't know.
I would say Flicker if it is.
Ollie Seidel, Saidel, Ollie _ Seidel. Do you think you need to create original moves to be recognized in the cardistry community?
No.
No. I don't know if our boy, why am I not thinking of his name? You always mess up his name. Or you always pronounce it weird. Silas,
yes.
Whatever you call him, I don't remember. I think he just does combos.
Yeah.
He's got like over 10K.
Yeah.
And just does other people's moves. Or if he has original moves, he doesn't have a lot of original moves, to my knowledge. He does a lot of other people's, but he's really good.
Right.
Saul 3756. When, why, and how did y'all come up with the idea of the half brick box designs? What inspired you? Why can't I say inspired? Inspired you to do a crazy idea for the half brick box and not like the tuck case for the release, but all those were incredible.
We just want to make the craziest thing possible.
I talked about this with Elliot and his friend. That just like we want to milk it, so to speak. We want to take everything out of a specific idea that we can. Like we want to take an idea to its fullest potential and its very end.
Right, and we want everything to be super cohesive and like there's
all of it to fit in the theme. That's why they smell.
Right.
That's why they look like the boxes that they're produced in. That's why all the court cards are holding something. That's why all the color combos go together. Like it's a whole package.
Right.
You have any more to say about that?
No. We just want to go crazy.
Cheryl Cardistry. What makes OPC what it is? What distinguishes it from other cardistry brands? These are such good questions. OPC, I think, is special because what we're trying to do, and we're still trying to revision how to do it, but I think our ultimate goal is to teach others and provide good quality themed products. So, like, we love our decks because they keep a full, amazing theme together, as well as we're going to slow down with the tutorials, but, like, even making tip videos. Sometimes I'm like, I think that people just need more tips on how to do their cardistry or where to like learn from their cardistry or just do whatever.
Can you pause on that thought? Because that needs to change, but also I need to check something on here. I'm going to pause it for a second because has only come from my mic.
Now what's happening?
Now it's coming from your mic and also my mic because I'm the worst. And all of the sound was coming out of my mic until just now.
So it was still being recorded?
Correct. Just not in the best way. Because I was like, why are these waves always matching?
Wait a minute.
So now you can probably hear Nate a lot clearer.
Hey, guys. Good thing I'm loud.
I know.
They're like, oh my gosh.
Well, that's why when you talked and I didn't, I was like, why are you so soft?
Oh, you thought I was moving away from the
mic? Yeah, that's why I thought you were moving away from the mic. Is because I didn't think. I was like, why is he not?
So I can move. All right.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just the worst.
Like, talking like this is probably fine.
Right. I hope they can hear you.
Goodness.
You might have to crank it up a little bit in a couple of places. I'm sorry. I just made your job really hard because that's like an hour. You'll be able to see it, though. It'll be fine.
I'm just going to turn the gain all the way up and just whatever happens.
And then put a compressor on it. It'll be fine.
No, I don't even want to put a compressor on it. I don't even know how to put a compressor on it. We'll figure that out later. What makes OPC what it is? I think our teamwork. I don't know a lot of other brands who have 2 people working like this. I'm not sure how Orbit does it. I'm not sure what their team chemistry is like.
Right.
What was that?
Oh,
he messaged back.
Yeah, but anyways, going off that.
Did he? Wait.
I don't know, because I don't know if Chris is like the guy that just makes the thing, and then really like Sean is kind of like the artist that.
Here's the thing.
Is endorsing it, and then
kinda, yeah.
Nick shoots everything, like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what everyone's job description is for Orbit.
Yeah.
Sean, I would say, Orbit. Chris Brown is the face of Orbit.
Right.
Sean has maybe the biggest platform for it to be seen on personally, and Nick doesn't like the spotlight that much. Is that what we talked about?
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily like seek after being on camera all the time. Sean definitely likes that. So, yeah. Sean and I are very similar in what we do as like the main card.
And Nick and I
person.
are very similar.
Yes, and then we don't have a Chris.
We just both are Chris. We're both Chris.
We're both Chris, and then one of us is Nick or Sean. We're different in that like Cameron and I do like everything together. Like there's no part of. I think that one of the things that like OPC is not what made us friends.
Right.
So like if our friendship were to die, OPC can't go on.
Correct.
I don't think that is a possibility.
No.
Like.
Or it wouldn't be nearly the same.
No, and I don't think I'd want it to continue if we weren't friends.
Right.
Which is why, and also, OPC would end before our friendship ends.
Oh, more than likely.
Correct. Like if this job came down to you and I having like a friendship dispute,
right?
Like I would drop the whole thing and be like, nope, it's not worth losing a friendship.
Right.
Yep. Sorry about you, but
yes.
Sorry OPC. Let's go back because there are so many. We're going to try to that one was a good longer question. We're going to try to rattle off more of these.
Yep. We'll rattle off some more. We'll go over our
podcast.
patrons.
What distinguishes it from other cardistry brands? Us and...
I think we do the theme harder than everyone else.
This is true. I think that no matter who does what...
That's one of the things I pride myself on is going like...
all out with everything.
Hard. Like...
The box.
Yeah.
The trailers, everything fits with the theme of that fruit, the colors, everything. Especially Apple one, we probably did the best on that so far.
Yeah, I agree.
I was a Johnny Appleseed. We went to New York. I can't believe we went to New York just because it was apples. Like that. Like
if that doesn't tell you the level of commitment that we're at for this,
the level of which we will go for this thing. We drove to New York just because we said it was apples.
Right.
We should have gone to Florida for oranges at that.
Well, we definitely didn't. Like, we definitely took money from the last deck and then put it towards going to New York.
Yes. Anuja, one of my favorites, _Mara. What was the hardest challenge with making your first deck of cards and also a challenge with new ideas for the future decks? Hardest challenge with making your first deck was figuring out
forever.
Figure out how you're going to fund it. I forgot that we did that for almost a year.
Yeah, well, a year and a half. And then...
a challenge with new ideas for the future is how you keep a consistent theme with also trying to be new and innovative.
And also, there are some fruits that you don't do a whole lot with. And, like, trying to figure out, especially quartz, and trying to figure out what the heck you're going to do for the box and the half-brick box with some of them is hard.
I think lemons was definitely one of those.
Yes. And one of the ones we're currently...
No, I'm sorry, bananas.
Well, and that's the thing. Bananas, like, most of them are just holding or eating the bananas. Like, every other one since then has been ones that we've, like, done different things for.
More of. And Asher Buck, one of our longtime followers, when are you going to come visit Australia? Also, how much do you guys actually make running this company? I think that's something we don't need to be...
Oh, we're not going to give a number, but it's, like, not a lot.
Can we not give a number?
Well, I mean, I don't care if we give a number, but like...
I'm almost positive
it's definitely like.
Let me just tell you this.
It's not what you think it is.
It's definitely less than what you think it is.
It's a lot less what you think it is.
Let's just say this. I'm gonna try to give a vague number.
Imagine you work at a fast food restaurant, and you work like 12 hours or 10 hours a week. That's how much we make.
Is that really it?
Yeah. That's like the equivalent.
So, but here's the thing. Now here's the difference. The company overall versus how much each individual of us actually get is different.
Right, but there's also so many costs into like coming up with the deck that not a lot of people
know. So like
literally
about. The amount of money made from selling a full deck, a full run of 2,500, is a good amount of money. But where does that money go? Back into the next deck. So fulfilling the production cost, advertising costs.
Right. Well, and like, I think where you're going is you said it a little confusing. So how we normally look at it is like like you said, Nate, the money from selling 2,500 decks, all of that money is a lot of money. But then you have to realize,
or a good chunk. It's not even a lot technically, or it depends on what you base it on. It's relative.
Right. But like, you have to account for like the cost it was to print those decks,
which then gets taken out of the final cost,
right?
The final made,
right? And then you take out,
profit. We just need to talk about profit.
Yeah, it's
our net profit,
our profit that we make.
So wait, what was the question? How much do you guys actually make? So if we're talking about like the profit we actually make, it's like sometimes it's. Let's break it down to a weekly basis, like how much we make a week. So if we do a deck every 3 months?
Yeah, I would say
so a deck every 3 months. I'm going to round. Okay, deck every 3 months.
And we make about
like 125 a week? I don't think we need to be.
But yeah, like 150 a week.
I think it depends on the deck. Because that's the thing. It depends on how well the deck does.
Right.
And how much we sell to wholesalers and how much we sell to regular people.
Right.
So, like, and 125 a week at a regular...
is not a lot.
No. Well, and here's the thing. We get it in chunks. So, like, it seems like a lot of money at the time because we make it...
every 3
months at a time.
Right.
So, like...
it's like literally what I said. You work maybe 10 hours. Or you work like 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant, getting paid minimum wage here in Indiana, which is
like
$7.25.
Like I made more driving for Papa John's over the summer.
Right.
Getting tips and stuff.
Yeah. It's like we're definitely doing this because we want to. Not because it's great financially. That's definitely not why we do this.
So we do make money doing this. It's not enough to live off of, hopefully yet.
The goal is to get there.
Now, here's the thing, guys. If you wanted to do it on your own and wanted to try it, I think it'd be super dope, and it's good spending money.
Yes.
Like, it's not going to pay your bills right now. I think Orbit pays his bills, and Zach pays his bills.
Right. And then, Dan and Dave
pay their bills.
But, like, they also own, like...
a bunch of things.
Not just cards.
Yeah. So, I don't know when we're going to visit Australia.
Whenever James wants to hang out and we go to Australia to shoot a video.
Panda.cards. Your views on cardistry at this point in time. If you can do cardistry as a job without making cards, and what can be done to improve the community? It's a really good question. One thing it's hard to understand being someone who makes cards is still being a consumer of the community. That's hard still.
Correct.
Like once you make your own cards and your own brand, it's hard to be a consumer of all cards. I still like a bunch of decks. Like as a maker of my own, I still love one that I'm playing with now is let me say if I could say this right, because I think their name is on here. I think. Where is it? Mono Santa. That's what it is. Mono Santa is their names. I think it's Edgar and Louis. And I really like their 45 deck. And I think they made another one, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, and also
the alphabet deck.
Yeah,
and I want to order the alphabet deck.
And like we posted to our story about like the Fontaines.
Fontaine, I like a lot of them.
The new one that just
I
came
like
out
the new one
really
a lot,
nice.
And I like the carrots.
Yeah,
I like the carrots ones a lot. I had the blue ones and the black one. I still have the black ones. I had the blue ones along
an eon ago.
Yeah.
So let me just go back to the question. Cardistry at this point, I think, has become a lot of branding and not a ton of the actual like moves and stuff and teaching people. But that's just from my perspective. I think that I would like it to be more focused on encouraging one another to learn more moves. I actually downloaded a pack from WH Labs of like 21 new moves, and I think I'm going to challenge myself over the next year to, or at least some in my free time, learn them. Like learn some, to be like, I'm a content creator, but I'm also a consumer. And so I'm going to learn some other people's moves to say that like my moves aren't the best and the only things people should learn. Like I also like other people's moves.
Right.
What can I think to be done to improve the community? Bro, more encouragement than anything. Also, like, I would love to see how we can spread the gospel throughout the cardistry community. So I think that would be super dope. But then also with that, I think comes the encouragement of others and building people up rather than like, I think there's time for critique, but I think there's also time for being like one, be like, ask that person if they're open to critique, or like, they're like, no, I just posted this for fun. I don't need.
Yeah, there's some, I just feel like there is some like toxicity.
Here's a perfect example. Doesn't even need to be toxic. I just think that there needs to be more motive checking. Ready? There's a kid that sent us a video recently, and I watched it. And in my opinion, I didn't enjoy the video that much. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like, it wasn't the most entertaining to me. But that's also my preference. I don't want him to think that he needs to stop making it. And it also is like, I maybe didn't like his cardistry as much. But that's because I really like my personal view, not what needs to be the best. My personal interests are slow, elegant, flowy cardistry, comfy cardistry. And that's not what his was per se. But his edits were really good, of like clips, and the thought he put into it was wonderful. And obviously he's getting better. So I was like, dude, just keep making them. And like, they'll keep getting better and better and better. Also, I don't want him to be making those videos just because I like them.
Right.
Because then that won't let him enjoy it. He also said he had a blast making it. So I'm like, good.
That's what's supposed to happen.
That's why you should make that video.
Right.
So great. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And it didn't need to be for me. So to improve the community, do more cardistry for yourself and not for anybody else.
Agreed.
Not against anybody else to be like, my moves are better than yours because you're doing it for yourself. Like, literally do it just because you like it. Don't do it.
Which is what I think separates it from Magic, because Magic is for other people. And I think that's why I got burnt out on Magic, is because, like, I felt like I always had to do it for other people. Cardistry is something that, like, I get to do for myself.
Yes.
Which is nice.
And then when people just enjoy it, then it's just a bonus.
Right.
But keep doing it for yourself. And if you feel like you're trying to impress others with your cardistry, take a look back and be like,
do I really enjoy this? Like myself?
Yes. And if you would do it in a room with no one around, keep doing that. That was a long one. Okay. What would you tell to yourself the day you were designing the first deck of Pillars V1, and what recommendations would you give? I'd be like, dude, these are going to be cooler than you know. And they're also going to be
same.
They're also going to be worth
a lot. Keep more of them. Don't give them to friends and family.
Then they would be even more valuable, probably.
I know. Well, no, because like I gave a bunch of mine away. I mean, like that's one of the things.
Here's the thing.
Not the segue.
I'm glad we gave them away, and I think
I am too. I'm joking, but
I also want to say this. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day about just how much these are worth now. The Pillars V1.
Yeah, my family freaked out. I was at my family
Well,
Thanksgiving.
I tried to think about it, and I was like, oh, they're like 150% more. And then I was like, nope, I did the math wrong.
Nope.
They're
like 1,000.
1,500%. They're 15 times. No. Hold on. Let me do the math. 120 is what they were listed for. So $8. 120 divided by 8. Oh, that's a perfect 15, actually.
Yeah, 15 times more.
They grew 15 times in value.
Like I told my grandma to keep hers closed, and my uncle was like, "Oh, well, why?" I was like, "Those are worth $120," and he goes, "No, they're not." And I had to like pull up the screenshot and show it to him
and he was
because he didn't believe it.
No way.
And like I think finally my family was kind of like, "Oh, so like you're doing things." Like that's what it took.
For your family.
For my family to be like, "Oh, is that like a real thing?" And I'm like, "Yes."
This is from George. Did you have another more? Or was that your thing?
Oh, well,
I just want to make sure.
Also, to kind of address this on the podcast, like, that's, I think, one of the things, like, to kind of segue from the joke into, like, we also don't have very many of the Peelers V1, and we just saw somebody pull a Peelers V1 in the mystery bag, so on here I kind of want to talk about that and be like, because I, like, one of the things...
Can you write that down and save it for the end?
Yes.
Just so, because I kind of want to just, like, rattle through these questions.
Just go, I will hold that thought.
You want to write it down?
Right here.
You're going to put a pin in it.
Pin in it. It's
Great.
right there.
I just want to, because here's the thing, I also want to talk about that, so I want to make sure these are out of the way.
Cool.
So we can focus on that.
It's going to be a long
What got you into cardistry, and did you know what it was before you did it? The day I was shown what cardistry was the day I got into it.
I was shown what real cardistry was from Nate. I had just done, like, magic cardistry.
Well, that's still cardistry.
It's still cardistry. I just didn't know what it was.
You were into the scene. I introduced him to the scene. I'm still not the expert on it. Of everybody, I think that if we were to ask an expert in cardistry, we'd ask Matt Fox.
Yes. Our boy. What
got you into cardistry, and did you know what it was before?
That was the question.
I know. I'm just reviewing it for my sake. Well, my friend Ethan Straub, I'll thank him every day that he got me into cardistry. He showed me a video at a 4th of July party. How do you make your own moves in cardistry? Because I tried, but nothing works. That's kind of that is one of the key questions I want to tell people, like what to do, or how to do, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to help people figure out how to make their own moves. What the biggest key thing that I tell anybody if they want to make their own move is, one, just try things, because only you are going to determine what a move is. And even if nobody else likes it and that's your move, cool. Keep it. That's your move.
Well, even Ollie, our boy,
Seidel?
Yeah, came up with keyframes, I think what he's actually calling it.
Is what I helped him name it.
Right,
yeah.
But you were like, do you have anything of your own? And he was like, yeah, I have this thing, but like it's not. And you were like, no, I want to see it. And it was actually like really solid.
And I really like it.
Right.
But I think that it takes sometimes someone else going, hey, I want to take the intention to see what you made. I don't even care if I don't like it.
Right.
I want to see what you made.
But it was just something he was like, oh, I just kind of did this one day.
And so and then sometimes he like gets discouraged on himself before even taking into account, like, it can, guys, you get to decide for yourself what's a cool move and what's not. There's no rule that says what's a cool move and what's not. I just want to let you know that you get to decide. That doesn't mean you get to decide for everybody else, but if you're like, I think this move is cool and someone else doesn't, then you keep doing that move and keep enjoying it and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And so how you make your own moves, the way I've come up with most of my moves, is either seeing a concept that I like a spinning packet or a hinging thing or whatever, and then coming up with something similar with what I know how to do, or trying to learn a move, and then if it's too hard or like your fingers don't do it, try to come up with a variation of it. And then that's how I ended up doing a lot of my moves.
So that kind of comes in with earlier, learn other people's stuff. Because then you might make your own stuff.
Learn other people's stuff so you just have a bigger repertoire, and then you'll end up probably making your own anyway. To be like, oh, this move is kind of cool. I want to try this.
Can you also send me the cardistry tutorials?
Yes. What was your inspiration for the decks?
Fruit. Done.
That's a good one. At what point do we stop telling the whole story?
I know.
There was a speech that Cam heard
about bananas.
We put it on the back. Brad messed it up. Lord help him.
And then
he's honestly fine.
I know.
I think we give him too much crap.
I know.
Brad, if you're ever listening to this, we still love you, because without you, we wouldn't have known what not to do.
Right. Exactly.
Did you end up helping us in some way? Yes.
Yes.
Not the way you probably intended, but that's okay. And then that's, I guess, how the whole thing got started was when it went crazier than we thought and sold better than we thought. Kevin asked us what we wanted to do next, and we're like, we get to do it again.
And then we rebranded.
And then we did. PPC.
No.
Only you and I. No.
I don't like that. Never. I'm so glad that died.
Sorry, guys. My favorite person ever just texted me, Abby Badinger. Said, are you doing anything? Yes. Period. How do you come up with design ideas?
It's hard.
You just do it, I guess?
You're like, oh, I like that.
Then... Here's a good tip for everybody. If you want to know how to come up with design ideas, try stuff. And then if it doesn't look good, experiment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, just experiment with things. If you don't like a design, don't quit on it completely. Try to make it better first, and then if there's nothing that's really making it better, just kind of move on to a different design.
Or hire somebody like we did that's more artistically better than you are, because that's what
the lemonade deck will never be made.
It won't.
I think someone else came out with a lemonade deck recently, and I literally just watched one of my dreams die in front of me.
Oh gosh. Anyways, continue. Go.
I think that was the last one.
We're at an hour 20. This is a long boy.
I can't wait. They're gonna enjoy it probably.
I know.
Here's the thing, the people who enjoy these are gonna enjoy it more if it's longer, and the people who
don't listen.
And
then they miss stuff like me telling them what the next deck's gonna be.
I'm really tempted just to leave that in, since not a lot of people listen to the podcast.
To all 9 of you.
I'm so tempted to leave it in.
I think you should bleep it out.
You think I should bleep it out?
It's too soon.
It's really not, if you think about it. Is it going to be in like a month?
Yeah, we're going to announce in like a month. Also, so to segue into something I'm going to need you to do.
Nope. Hold on.
Our patrons.
Best tips for a beginner. Oh.
Guess what?
I'm so glad.
What?
That there's a beginner. I like having beginners. Best tip for a beginner, try. Experiment all the time. Try something new. Learn from other people. Get new decks of cards and just try. If you drop them, that's okay. Pick them back up and keep trying. Every single time. All the time. All the time.
What'd you do?
What? I just posted that to our story.
Anyways, we have a new patron.
Do we?
We have a new patron, Nate.
Also, this person is Marlena Otmar.
That's not who the new patron is.
Oh, I'm just saying this.
But that's...
And they asked how I got into cardistry. I think we already answered that.
We did.
Would y'all be interested in having a magician in your crew for the brand? If so, I'm your guy. I kind of would.
We need to get bigger first.
I don't think we need to get bigger first. I think I just want to talk about who it might be.
Correct.
And that would need to be a thought-through decision, because I know some pretty cool magicians. So we'll just see. Accepting more people for the OPC team or not? P. Mejia.
Oh, we answered that already. He sent that to the story.
Kind of. I'm reading the stories now.
Oh, we already... What? What did somebody else?
I can't embarrass my friend on the podcast, but read that. Tell me what's wrong with that last text.
Oh, honey. Oh no.
Just
let it go.
I'm just gonna text back. You said it.
Just pull an Elsa and let it go.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think that's all.
What do you think of the Verts giveaway? I kind of like it. I feel like they. She meant what day? That makes more sense.
And then after this last one, then the rest of them.
Verts giveaway, I was like, I'm kind of into it, but also I think they kind of made it. I feel like they maybe made it an excuse, for maybe not coming out with a deck in a while, and this is like their way of coming back without. Basically, them being like, we took a break and we didn't know if we'd ever make a deck again. Tricked ya. It was actually all phase 1.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's 100% honest. Also, I don't know them. So that's just my opinion on what it looked like to me.
Right.
But I don't know. I could be wrong. And if they had this plan all along, I kind of can't wait to see what's up.
Right. Same. I have the same exact opinion.
Small hand things. What is your favorite traveling story that relates to cards?
Oh, I didn't say that one. Then that's the last one.
There's more.
I know there's more, but we don't have to answer all of them.
We're going to answer them short, because we're going to answer all of them, dang it. Getting stuck in New York.
It's getting stuck in New York City.
Easily.
While it's pouring rain, find a taxi, get on 4 different trains.
That felt like a movie.
It did. And getting to Matt Fox's house to 2 air mattresses.
And pizza.
And having that smacking New York style pizza. No, I found a video of him that I sent to him, and it was funny because it sounded super clickbaity. Like somebody hacked my phone.
Okay, since y'all are letting some with the same What? Since y'all are letting some with the same deck get 30% off the next deck, can you tell us a hint?
Listen further back in the podcast.
If I don't believe it out.
If you don't believe it
Your
out.
thoughts on cardistry trainers? I like them. They're not always my favorite. Favorite deck trailer you guys have made? We did that. And favorite deck that isn't yours. Did we answer that?
No. Favorite deck that isn't mine.
Bro, checkerboards get me every time. I love checkerboards. Also, tally hose. Circle back. Every time.
I would have to say a deck that I really like that I don't mess with often are the
Win casinos.
No,
Mine
wings?
are. I'm saying wings.
Wings and tings.
Wing
So
and tings?
the Kings deck, or no, not the Kings. The chess deck by Chris Ramsey. Knights. That's what it is. I just like how they look.
Nameless Knights.
I like how they look. Also, I really like the new first deck.
Really? I kind of do too with the jungle leaves.
Yeah, I bought 3 of them. So if you want to make a video with them,
Thanks, buddy.
have 3 of them.
Guys, More Than Paper's coming back.
You are.
I think.
You need to, and I'll help you. We need to make that a thing.
Don't help me.
I don't want help.
Do me a favor.
New patron!
Don't.
Lucas Gilmore is a patron.
Why do I know him? I know that name.
We hung out. I think that's
I don't think so.
Lucas Magic.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm almost positive those are not the same people, but I could be wrong.
I think they are. If they're not, Lucas Gilmore, we really appreciate you. If you want to become a patron and help us out, because
I think Lucas Gilmore is Pig Cake.
Oh, that also might be the case.
He's on here as Lucas Gilmore, not Magic, never Magic. Let me check really quick. Pig Cake. You remember him?
Yes.
Is that Lucas Gilmore?
We know too many people, but
That also may not be the same person. He just had a pig sweatshirt on, like Pig Cake.
yeah, Lucas Gilmore, we really appreciate you. And if you want to become a patron, check us out on patreon.com.
Yeah, so thank you, Lucas.
We used our patron funds to better our set.
Get these new mics.
Yeah. And right now, it's just going to help us improve the things we make for you. So if you enjoy this, please become a patron and help us out.
Did those people pay every month?
Yep.
That's so freaking dope.
It's so nice. And what you're going to do for them, since we haven't done anything in a while, is if you can edit this by Thursday, we can give them the podcast early. Because we love them.
I'm going to edit. Is today Tuesday?
Yes.
They're going to get it tomorrow night.
Perfect.
They're going to get it on Wednesday.
Perfect. They'll get it on Wednesday.
Friday.
All right.
Because I have literally nothing to do tomorrow.
Great.
So this can be what I do.
Great.
Don't give me your laundry list. Save that for the intern.
Great. For the intern. Sweet.
Is that real?
It is real. I emailed them
we
today.
went through so many freaking questions.
I know.
What are we talking about now?
So we did patrons.
Oh my gosh.
I know. You got to give it another push.
Bro,
we talked about patrons.
There's gonna be so much editing. Oh my gosh. Your slip up.
I know. Putting the the photo of your face.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that anymore. I'll probably have to do that. I'm gonna have to sit there and listen to this whole thing.
No, you're not. You just dub through it. Because I did this, remember? I put it like right here.
Also, you switched the mics.
Oh, that's fine. The audio is fine.
It's not an editing thing.
It's not.
It's just a thing that's gonna occur.
I know. For the first whole hour of the podcast, Nate's gonna sound really muffled, and it's because it's not his mic. It's only my mic that's on. I think it's okay.
Hold on. You know what I can do right now?
We're still learning this new mic setup. This is only like the second podcast we've had this set up.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, also, someone on my More Than Paper page didn't even know that
you make playing cards?
That I make a podcast.
Oh. Well, then post it on More Than Paper, Nate.
I'm posting it right now, Cameron.
Now?
Guys, guys, hear me out. If you want to listen to a podcast, we make a podcast. Look up Orange You Glad podcast on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. We make a podcast, and it's like an actual full setup. Anyway,
glad you got to see that.
Love
podcast,
you guys.
People.
Bye.
Anyways, this has been a long boy. We're at an hour 30, and it's almost 10 o'clock. Where do you have to be at 10 o'clock?
I don't have to be anywhere. Andrew, Cameron, and I are all doing something at 10:30. So.
Well, great. So I think this is where we're going to wrap up the podcast.
Is there nothing to talk about at the end? What's the format?
Tell me the format. We are done.
Don't lie to me.
We are done.
Don't lie to me.
I promise we're done.
Don't.
It's time for final thoughts.
Lie to me.
And our secret phrase.
Frick. What was your...
I think our secret phrase should be the thing we thought your neckbeard was.
Woolly Willy?
No, nope, never mind. That's not what it should be.
You want to know how to spell that?
No. No, I think it should be actually, you know what? This week we don't want you to post anything on our photos if you listened all the way through the podcast. I think you should go make a nice comment to like find somebody's video of cardistry that you really like on Instagram and comment them a nice comment and encourage them to keep making. That's what I think you should do.
I honestly agree.
Do you have thoughts on that? Is that...
Hey, everybody. If you don't know me and my good friend Cam here do a podcast.
Oh, he's still doing this.
I'm doing this for my personal now.
You're the worst.
I'm not the worst.
We were trying to podcast here, sir.
Guys, go check us out. Orange Glad Podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and anywhere.
Anyways, yeah, so go comment on somebody else's cardistry video. Tell them to keep doing it, keep making it, and encourage them because that's what we need. And that's the phrase.
Let's just say this. This week, go to somebody's video, find something you appreciate about it, comment on it, some encouraging words, uplift that person, and be like, I'm glad you're doing cardistry because you make part of our community grow.
Bam. There it is.
Use the word grow, hashtag organic plant. I'm just kidding.
Hashtag plant the seeds.
Actually, I'm gonna ask you guys to do this. Don't even mention us.
Yeah, don't.
Don't mention us.
Yeah,
just
don't.
go comment on someone randomly. Don't say that OPC sent you. Just comment on their thing randomly.
Right.
Great.
And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This is an awfully long boy.
Still need to go get the guitar.
Nope. I think we're good just to go out.
And do what?
Just to leave it.
Huh?
Let's give a good high five. We'll cut on the high five.
I don't want to.
You know.
3. Dose.
Elbows. You gotta look at the elbows. This has got to be me and Cam. Literally, like your Cameron, your roommate Cameron, high five so hard that my hand hurt for an hour. So like, yeah, like we combined.
Now I'm scared.
Like our molecules
now I don't
like
want to.
switched. But
Now
that's
I
just
don't.
because we're Cam squared. We're not that. Just you got to look at the elbow. That was terrible. You were. Why is your hand so? One more
You're
time.
faking it out. Like you're waiting for me. Here we go.
There we go. That's the last.